Hey guys, I did it. I found it. After years, decades, I have found the perfect controller. And here it is. What am I thinking? That's the old perfect controller. Here's the new perfect controller. It is the Razer Wolverine V3 Pro 8K PC Esports Edition. I know, it's a mouthful. But come along with me as I review this controller. All right, let's discuss what comes in the box. Inside the box, of course, you get the controller. You get a hard shell carrying case. You get a 2 meter or 6.5 foot long braided cable. And of course, the dongle. And also inside the hard shell carrying case, you get 2 replaceable thumbstick caps. You get the short dome. And you also get the tall boy. All right, so my previous daily driver was another Razer product. It, of course, is the Wolverine V3 Pro Xbox PC Edition. Absolutely zero wrong with this controller. Every button works, connection works, absolutely nothing wrong with it, and zero reason to replace it. But when I saw that Razer came out with the 8K version, I was very, very, very intrigued. Kept trying to find it at my Best Buy, could not find it for the life of me. The wired one was there, but never the Pro, the wireless version. Then stumbled across it on the Twitters and I saw that they were releasing this Esports edition in the 8K. And by golly, I had to jump because this color is absolutely fire. So I went ahead and ordered it. It is only available on Razer's website to include all the rest of the Esports edition peripherals they have. Quite a few of them, keyboards, mice, headsets, you name it, it's over there. So that is why we're here, because of this color. All right, so the key additions to this controller as opposed to the last one, of course, is the 8K polling rate. That 8K polling rate is available via wired and or wireless through the dongle. The previous version of this was only up to 1,000 polling rate, and that had to be plugged in. If you were running it through the dongle, I believe it only went down to 250. So the other key addition to this controller as opposed to the last one is the addition of the TMR thumbsticks. The previous version did use Hall effects, which again were absolutely fine, zero issues, zero stick drift. But they did go ahead and put TMR on this one. And TMR stands for Tunnel Magno-Resistance Technology. AI tells me that they eliminate stick drift, so did Hall effect. High precision and accuracy, enhanced durability, lower power consumption, and customization. With the precision, I guess you can really fine tune your stick curves. And then there's just a couple quality of life improvements. If you notice here on the original or the previous version, the texturing kind of stops right here at the midpoint and does not wrap around the top and does not go all the way up here to the triggers. It's just a hard plastic. And on the new one, they continued the texturing all the way across the top, all the way up around the triggers and around the top of it. And it actually feels a little more comfortable in the hand. It almost feels warmer. And I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody. It just absolutely feels better. It was never something that was an issue on this one. I never noticed it and never wanted it till I held this one in my hand. So, and then the other thing they added on the top here is just a simple cable guard to protect your cable and protect the connection. And then take a second to address the couple things that we lost on this controller compared to the old one. First one we lost, no more headphone jack. I don't know anyone who plugs a controller into a headphone any longer, but hey, it's gone. Also, we lose rumble motors. I actually thought this would be a bigger deal than it's turned out to be. We've had rumble for so long and so used to having it on that not having it, I really thought that it would I would miss it more, but I absolutely do not miss it at all. With the loss of some of those things, the controller is substantially lighter than the other one. I want to say by 100 grams. I'll put the stats up on this page here in a second, but it is noticeably lighter in the hand, but it does not feel cheap with it being lighter. So the reason why I've been using Razer controllers since the original Ultimate came out all the way back in 2017 is, of course, these extra shoulder buttons that are placed between the bumper and the trigger. I actually use these shoulder buttons to fat roll my way through Elden Ring with no issues. It actually works perfect for me. My fingers just naturally rest on those, and then I use the meaty part of my finger, hit trigger, hit bumper. Actually, more of the knuckle hits the bumper because it wraps around so nicely here. That original Ultimate was awesome because of those buttons. The D-pad was terrible, and then the rear paddle placement was terrible because they were right here in the middle. But having the shoulder buttons absolutely made up for the placement of those rear paddles back there. So I have literally had every iteration of the Wolverine. And what controller review wouldn't be complete without a button test? All right, guys, it's getting pretty close to time to wrap this thing up. I want to take a quick second and talk about Razer Synapse, the software used to update and control the controller. It has much improved since I originally used Synapse. So if you haven't used it in a while, you might want to go back in and see if Synapse has improved enough for you to use it. We all try to avoid using too much software that draws down resources and slows everything down, which leads me to the decision I'm gonna have to make here soon. Do I go after the Huntsman V3 in this color to replace my Asus Azoth X? This is absolutely insanely good keyboard, but I kind of would like to have everything matching, and then I have to decide, can that the Razer mouse replace my G502 wireless, the GOAT? Unfortunately, I'd have to do the Basilisk, and I don't believe they make the Esports edition and the Basilisk. And again, I am mumbling, but hear me out, Razer. I got $1 million idea for you. Make the Basilisk in that Esports edition. That's all for a later video if I ever come up with the money to do it. So inside that Razer software, the Snap software, you can assign profiles, and then you can attach video games to that profile. So right now on my shooter one, I have Call of Duty, I have Battlefield, and I also have Ark attached to that. So anytime I load those games, theoretically, that profile should automatically load onto the controller, which is absolutely pretty cool. So if you're in the market for a controller and you're either on Xbox or you're on PC, either of the versions I've talked about today are going to serve you well. The V3 I had for the Xbox PC, absolutely fantastic, and definitely be worth your time and worth your money to get that. If you're a PC player, the 8K doesn't have to be the Esports edition. The 8K, it's the exact same controller. I'd get that if just for the PC centric features and stuff that come with the 8K PC version. I just got to the point where I was fed up buying Elite Series 2s. I've gone through three Elite Series 2s. Two of them I lost because of a left bumper, and the third one I lost because of a D-pad. So I had to make a decision if I'm going to keep buying Elites or I'm going to go over to a third-party manufacturer. And I got to tell you, Xbox, the ball is in your court to fix those controllers and make them the quality of what we're paying for, because I'm telling you, these third parties are passing you guys. So I really want to thank you guys taking the time to watch. If you sat through this video this far, I'd like to thank you guys. If you want to come hang out with us at the Nerd Chat, we do a podcast every Thursday night, 7:30 Mountain, where we're talking about all things gaming, food, and the good old days. You can join our Discord. We usually have a pretty good time in there every week. And again, thank you, and see you online.